Detroit Lions fans are getting pretty excited after the 7-sack game on Lamar Jackson, bringing our total up to 11. And believe it or not, your Detroit Lions are tied for third. ESPN has them as fourth for whatever reason, but they're tied for third in sacks with Al-Quadin Muhammad leading the Detroit Lions. This is the first time, I believe, since Hutch was drafted that somebody other than him led the team in sacks. I could be wrong. Aleem could have had more, but typically Hutch leads the team in sacks, and we still got a lot of season left. Coming off that injury, it's possible that he could get the title back. I'm sure he's working together, and Muhammad learned from Hutch, so I'm sure they got a little friendly rivalry going between the two of them. But throughout the course of Brad Holmes' tenure, we have been talking about the fact that, well, how does he really feel about the pass rush, specifically a defensive end? I like to joke and mimic him a lot because I'm getting tired of hearing it, very similar to how you guys are tired of hearing me talk about a pass rusher. I will not stop talking about it until we get one. If the Detroit Lions get sacks, we will win games. The question is, and I made a video last night, is it sustainable to have a pass rush by committee? Outside of Hutch and Aleem McNeil, no other defensive lineman really gets to the quarterback on a consistent basis. And Aleem is missing now. Tyleek with none. DJ Reader with none. It's early. Only not even a quarter of the season done yet. DJ Reader is a 3-sack guy. Tyleek, we'll see what he can do. He's also a rookie. So don't expect too much out of him, but we'll see. But one thing that we've been talking about is being able to see somebody for who they are, right? And Brad Holmes, for the longest amount of time, I was wondering, okay, year 1, we don't know nothing about this guy. Year 2, we're starting to figure him out. Year 3, we take Jahmyr Gibbs, and he was getting clowned in the media. Some Detroit Lions fans was clowning him as well. I actually love the Jahmyr Gibbs pick. You can go back and check the tape. I love this pick. At that moment, I knew DeAndre Swift was going. But there's something that he's done over and over and over. He loves defensive backs in the secondary. He loves defensive linemen when it comes to the D-line. He had never taken a linebacker. Then he took Jack Campbell, right? So when you look at the positions of the Detroit Lions, the defensive end is one that he has neglected to address properly. Now, let's focus. Set aside the 7 sacks. Set aside the 4 sacks from Chicago. Let's focus on what I'm saying. And what I'm saying is fact. The Detroit Lions, Aiden Hutchinson fell into our lap. I believe that's the only reason we took him. If Hutch, we didn't draft him for his talent. Of course, we would have taken, it would have been stupid not to take him. But a lot of people thought Malik Willis could have gone too. Some people wanted Kayvon Thibodeau. Hutch was always going to be the guy based off his motor. But he also fell into our lap because of the Jacksonville Jaguars. But under a different circumstance, maybe we have Kayvon Thibodeau because Hutch is gone. Maybe we have Trayvon Walker because Hutch is gone. Maybe we have somebody completely different. But one thing I can say is I believe in the bottom of my heart, based off Brad's statistical trajectory, that we do not have an elite pass rusher on our team. We have one because that one fell in our lap. And watch a team that is in Super Bowl contention make a move for a Super Bowl caliber move. Watch. The 49ers are down a defensive end, Trey Hendrickson. His name is coming up with them a ton. We've seen John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan make the moves, right? We've seen trading for Christian McCaffrey a few years ago. Got him all the way to the NFC Championship game, right? They haven't been to a Super Bowl, but they're in constant contention. One thing that we've seen is Brad not willing to make that move for that player, a defensive end. Right? And why do we keep trust me, I get sick of talking about it. It is my favorite position on the field, but I get sick of talking about it. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I have legitimately the best viewer fan base in all of YouTube, in my opinion. Had a person, I'm going to shout you out. Shout out to Preem. Shout out to you, big homie. Actually contacted me a few nights ago after the Baltimore Ravens game. As a matter of fact, no, it was last night. And he said, hey, hold on, hold on, because I don't want to put it out there. Let me see. Let me see. So Preem sees Brad Holmes, okay? And sees Brad Holmes in a booth. He is within 20 feet of him. He sees Brad Holmes in a booth, all right? And said he asked Brad Holmes if he was tired of hearing about the pass rush. He said he doesn't care. He doesn't care. Now, before y'all call cap, check this out. This from the big homie Preem. There's your general manager, Melvin Bradley, Matthias Jerome Cornelius Holmes. That's him. Take a screenshot, blow it up. I didn't think to crop it out and blow it up myself. That is at the Baltimore Ravens game. You can see that's a suited kind of, club area. And the big homie was in there. He asked him about the pass rush. And he said he doesn't care. He doesn't care what people say about the pass rush. So let me make that clear. He had just asked him if he's tired of hearing about the pass rush. He said he doesn't care. We knew that already. We knew that. And it's hard. It's hard to disagree with that after a 7-sack game. I'm going on long numbers. You know how you got money versus long money? And it's about getting that long money because short money come and go. If you go, usually short money is bad news. Long money, where the money at, right? That's where longevity's at. So, according to the big homie, Brad is looking at him every time the Lions get a sack. He looking over at him, kind of getting him a what up, though, right? After the game was over, he said, "What you think about that pass rush now?" Right? So, but we already knew this, though. We knew that Brad Holmes does not value the defensive end position like the rest of us. Like the majority of us, like I do. I can only speak for me, right? And of course, we're not running a team. Brad Holmes knows more than us, yada, yada, blada, blada. I mean, look, numbers are numbers. We all knew Marcus Davenport was going to be hurt, right? So we're not all wrong all the time. If you watch numbers, if you look at data, if you look at statistical fact, things add up. So Brad Holmes, we already knew it. But I think for a while, I was wondering, okay, year 1, year 2, year 3, is Brad, like there's a couple things that I'm not sure that he's going to do. I'm thinking, you know what, year 1, year 2, year 3, he has to rebuild the team from the ground up, right? I mean, gutted it. We know what Matt Patricia did, gutted this team. He had to rebuild the foundation, did all that stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, Hutch falls into our lap year 2. We had a miserable season. Everything went wrong to go right for us to land Hutch, literally to the Jacksonville Jaguars, not taking him. Perfect storm from losing to Jacksonville. I mean, because remember, we won the last game of the season, which put us in the second overall pick, which essentially we're like, yo, now we don't have our pick of the litter. Like we do, but we can't pick the guy. Thankfully, Hutch was the guy and landed at us. But what you were wondering, okay, is Brad, how does he feel about the D-line? And early on, you couldn't really tell. Not the D-line. I want to be very clear because the D-line is, you've got the inside, you got the outside. We're talking about edge here. How does he feel about the edge? Yeah, you kind of don't know. I don't know. You see what he's doing in free agency? We got Romeo, Charles Harris, not really making any moves. We go sign Marcus Davenport. You go get Bruce Irvin off the couch. You know what I'm saying? He's selling potatoes somewhere. You got so things start to, you're like, and then your 4 comes around and then you sign Marcus Davenport. So it's now a trend, a pattern is forming. And that pattern that formed is that Brad Holmes does not value the defensive end position like the rest of us may. Then he comes out and clarifies that for us this year. That's why I mimic him, because when he does I don't know if it's just, and we talked about me and my arrogant swag and the fact that I have to, and I get it because Brad has to have something similar, right? Remember? Okay, so everyone knows there's 32 teams in the National Football League. So why do you have to ask if there's 32 teams in the National Football League? Because you're being condescending. There's 32 teams in the National Football League, right? Everyone knows that. How many elite pass rushers would you say we have, right? How many elite pass rushers would you say in the NFL? 5, 6? Okay, yeah, that's fair. I agree with that. And then and we have one of them, right? And so all of these are questions that he knows the answers to, but he wants to get you to say them, right? Because he legitimately does not care. And after coming off of a 7-sack game and 4 sacks before that, in which, by the way, I think we had, how many from the D-line? How many from the D-line did we have? Hutch got his first sack. Mohammed got his first sack. Davenport got his first sack. So it was kind of reverse as it was. Well, out of the 11 sacks, 6.5 are indeed from the defensive line, spread out over 3 people: Davenport, Muhammad, and Aiden Hutchinson. So all this wondering that we've been doing, and I think this is funny, man, because we don't just sit, and I don't talk about this team for no reason. Every single day, I talk about the Detroit Lions. Every single day, part of my day is invested in this team. I'm not going to talk out the side of my neck. But now it's been confirmed. I already knew this. Brad confirmed it for me. His thoughts about the pass rush, about the defensive end position during the owners meeting in March. During that session when he was talking about Hutch and he was talking about, and people have been asking, I've been talking about the edge rusher position because I want to be very clear about something. To me, you have pass rush and you have defensive end. You have pass rush from a defensive end. All right. Both of them can get you sacks. But when you need a defensive end to make a play or a defensive lineman to make a play, will they be able to? After the Green Bay game, what did Dan Campbell say? He said, we need people to win their one-on-ones. Muhammad, he be putting people on the ground. So, I mean, the dude got a real chance to be somebody. He really does. I'm not going to take anything from the guy. This is his opportunity. He knows that. It's 2 games in a row that he absolutely obliterated an lineman. The dude went from up, like stop motion. He was up and then he was on the ground. So Muhammad got it. You talking about a real potential guy here, right? Am I there yet? Not there yet, but I could see myself. I could see some potential there. Okay. But it was confirmed by the big homie. Something we already knew. We already knew that Brad Holmes does not value the defensive end position like the rest of us may. That is him at M&T Bank Stadium in a suite somewhere. I don't know who you're looking at. Would love to know. Love to know. And that's the big homie. That's the big homie. So, you know what's funny? Sometimes I think about what would these guys say if they met me? Because it got me thinking, like, they know somebody somewhere has seen my videos, right? Somebody with the Lions. I had a shout out to the big homie too. You know who you are. Actually picked up Derek Barnes and his wife last year. I think it was from a game or something like that. They made it downtown. He was doing Uber, picked him up, and the big homie was listening to one of my videos about the Lions. And I could only imagine if somebody is listening to me and I'm not even trying to be like arrogant or nothing, but you know what I'm saying? If somebody's listening to me and they're like, I can't stand that move. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's crazy, but I'm not, I understand the swag from Brad. I understand Brad's swag. You got to have it. When you're in a business that everybody criticizes everything you do, and you have one of the most important jobs in the state of Michigan, and it's to bring the Detroit Lions a Super Bowl, I understand you have to have some type of swag. You got to be where you can't let certain things get to you. And he will live and die on that hill. It's going to end up one or two ways. He's going to get the job done or he's not. Somebody else will. That's the reality of this situation. The same way it's the reality with any podcaster. You get tired of watching them, you will watch somebody else. If he can't do it, somebody else will. But while he's doing it, I understand that he has to be a very specific way. Just know that this is a business. He's in the business of running. He got one of the most important jobs in the state of Michigan. I got a job to do too, right? It's an ecosystem that we feed. That's how this works, okay? So I'm a fan at the end of the day. I'm not an analyst. I'm not on ESPN. I'm a dude who loves the Detroit Lions, who makes videos about them. That's all I am, right? So let me know what you think in the comment section below, and put what would you do if you had the opportunity to meet Brad Holmes? What would you do? What would be the first thing that you said to him? And I'm not going to lie, man, I probably would fanboy out just because it's like, okay, I get to see you. Now I get to ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be one of them things like, hey, yo, Melvin, you mind if I call you Melvin? What's up, man? Like, it'd be one of them things. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my opinion would change after that. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Shout out to the big homie Preem as well, man, for, I'm telling you, I got the best I got the best fan base in the world, man. I literally had a family, and I told you guys this. They reached out to me and they said, Derek, we didn't like you driving to Green Bay with no sleep, which is 100% my fault. I got to be more thoughtful. I got to take better care of myself and think about others as well. I don't sleep a lot, right? So, but they said, we didn't like that, so we want to get you a plane ticket. Just let us know what game you want to go to, and we'll get you a plane ticket to that game. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. I said, I thank you, right? But first I said, are you serious? And I was like, thank you. And then I'm just like thinking, for all the stuff that I do, all the takes that I have, all the yelling and screaming that I do, people still love me, which is so cool. It's so humbling as well. All right, listen, I need y'all to do something for me, man, because it ain't popping right now. I need y'all to support cancercares.org by purchasing a shirt. Okay, usually I don't ask for this, but this is for a good cause. We've got the Cancer Care shirts that are available right now. I will pull up this real quick so I can show you. I was a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? If y'all got any suggestions, let me know so that I can make it happen so we can get this rolling, man. We have the Cancer Cares Foundation that we are going to donate 20% of the proceeds to. I'm trying to find out where there they go. So, but we ain't had no sales, man. I thought we had at least one, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I can put a promo code or something. Well, you know what I'm saying? I got to figure it out, man, but we got to get this rolling. Here is I'm very proud of this design too, by the way. It turned out really good. Here's the hat that we are going to. So it's just like the Syndicate hat that we already have. It's just in pink. Then we have the shirt. This is the best selling shirt on the store. It's going to be in pink for Cancer Awareness Month. And then we have the hoodies that will be available as well. We have this one and then the one in the regular Lions blue. And if you guys got any ideas or anything like that, man, this is the first time I've done something like this, and I want it to be epic, and I also want to continue to do stuff like this. All right, so show some love, man. Show some support. Maybe I don't know. I got to figure it out, man. Maybe I had the free shipping. I think I had that. Maybe I can add that back. Let me know in the comments, man. Let's get these products moving. And again, I'll show proof of donation in November once everything finalizes. All right. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You can be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. I also made this shirt in pink as well. I did with the everything's. I like it. But let me know what you guys think. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. Shout out to Melvin too, man.